So lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are.
There's something that I've just getting a chance to see and getting a chance to notice about us. And I want to see if you agree with me for a second, all right? Yes, no? Yes. Yeah, all right, good. People are tired. Have you noticed that? People are tired. I mean, I see people and they have hard jobs. Sometimes they have these rough jobs and they're working long hours and the jobs are stressful and the things are happening and stuff is going on. And I see people and they're just tired, right? Just even talking to Larry today. I didn't ask Larry to talk about this, but just, man, he retired. He's like, man, I'm working harder in retirement. People are tired from different things, and I'm seeing that, and I'm seeing people tired, and then I'm seeing on top of that, those same people, some of them are parents, and they're trying to raise their children, and some of them have small children that they're just running around following all the time, and you have homework with their children, and tutoring, and baseball practice, and basketball practice, and football, and volleyball, and cheerleading, and all these different types of band practices, and all these different things, and in all of that, there's so much going on. I see families still trying to figure out, okay, how do we get some time to spend together, that we're not doing anything, that we get to hang out and have fun and enjoy. I see that, and I also see even parents whose kids are older. Their kids are adults now, and they're just trying to figure out, how in the world do I be a parent to this adult? And getting, okay, yes. She's like, say that. Understand, all this stuff is happening, and I'm seeing people, and they're stressed out and tired. Anyone tired? Man, yeah, I'm seeing that. And here's something else. I'm watching our young adults, right? And they're getting stressed out because they're trying to figure out how, they're going to school. They're like, okay, how can I go in my life? And I want my life to be successful. I want to be good. I want things to go right. But they're also looking at their parents and the older generation that's all stressed out, and they're going, but I don't want to be like that. I don't know where I'm going to be, but that's not it. And I see it. It's just people are tired, man, and stressed, and school and kids and one thing that I start to see. Actually, even just recently, I called one of the young men who used to come to the church. They moved, but I still try to keep in contact, and he's in high school, and he was supposed to be playing football, and so I called him up, and I said, hey, man, I want to come watch you play football. I was watching the news, and I saw your team made the playoffs. I want to come to a game. And because I like to support that, I want to come to a game. And I was like, come on, Kennedy, I want to come to a game. And he said, hey, yeah, I'm not playing anymore. I was like, what do you mean you're not playing anymore? He's like, man, I was up till 2 o'clock in the morning doing homework every night, having football practice. He's like, I'm so tired and stressed out, I can't handle it all. Wow, high school. Man, I'm saying this to say, because sometimes even like we're talking about unity. Our goal is to talk about unity and also to be disciples. And we ask you to remember Matthew 4:19, where God is asking us to invite, people to come along side of you. Matthew 4:19 says, Jesus said, come follow me and I will make you into fishers of men. And we use that come follow me is where Jesus is inviting us. And so we need to invite, I will make you is where Jesus transforms us into fishers of men, into people who are about the mission, invite, transform, mission. We talk about it all the time and doing that. And sometimes when I'm talking about it and when I'm giving it to you, I feel like we're just adding something else to the plate for you. You know? And I see people going, yes, I need to do that. I need to do that. Where do I fit that in? You know? Where do I fit that in? Because I got so much I'm doing already. And I start to see some of the tiredness in there when we talk about it. And when we start talking about having discipleship relationships, when we start talking about being intentional in that way, I start to see people, get afraid of that, and they start using the word. They go, "No, Chris, you know what? I want my relationships to be organic." Right? Organic. Now, my staff knows that I hate the word organic, right? They know that, right? So of course, when they know I hate it, they use it all the time now. So they just keep using it. They just, everything's organic. I just want this organic, because I. But even in that, we're asking, they're saying, man, I hear it a lot. People are saying organic. I just want these relationships to be organic. How many of you heard that before? You heard, okay, not many? Really, how many of you heard it before? If you heard it before, okay. Those who've heard it before, what does it mean to have an organic relationship?
Happen naturally.
Okay, happen naturally. What else? Naturally, what else?
Not forced.
Not forced. What else? Anyone else? Give me one more. Growing? Okay. You said pure? Okay, spontaneous. Let me tell you what organic means. All right, I'm going to translate this for you. Easy. I want these relationships to be easy because so much work is already going on. I'm so tired from all this other stuff that I'd really just want it to be easy. I want something to be easy, right? I don't want to have to work at it. And so that being said, I want to try to, first I need to tell you that all relationships take work. I'm sorry. But you can have those relationships. You can have intentional relationships that take some work, but may not be as hard, where it's not adding more on your plate in that way. And what I want to just talk to you about, first, I want to help you understand that to do what God has asked us to do, it's not going to be easy. It's not going to be what we call organic. It's going to take some work. And he says, I need you to work at this. This is going to work. Turn to Philippians for me. Philippians chapter 2. Philippians chapter 2, verse 12 through 15. When you get there, look up at me. Don't start reading yet. But Philippians chapter 2, page, if you're in the Bible, from underneath the chair in front of you, turn to page 1179. I hear you flipping. Keep going. Philippians chapter 2. If you're there, let me hear you say boom. 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 That's right. All right, here we go. Philippians chapter 2. It says, therefore, my dear friends, as you have always obeyed, not only in my presence, but now much more in my absence. This is the Apostle Paul talking to the Philippians church. He's like, I'm not there, but still listen to what I'm saying. He goes, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling. Understanding that work out. When he's saying, I need you to work out, he's saying, I need you to work towards a goal. He's like, salvation, your relationship with me, following me, being in me, I need you to work at that. And he already said, here's the 2 commands that sum up that work, right? Love me and love each other. It says all the commandments can be summed up in those 2 right there. All the work that we need to do is in loving God and loving each other, having relationship with God and having relationship with one another. All right? And so in that, it says, continue to work out your salvation with fear and trembling, for it is God who works in you. He's like, God is going to work in us, and we're going to go work in that and work out our salvation. We're going to work in others, work in that relationship with him, and work in that relationship with others. And so, for it is God who works in you to will and to act in order to fulfill his good purpose. And if we're going to do what it is that God has asked us to do, we have to have those relationships, and it's going to take work. The work that it talks about here is a work that's like you need to achieve something. It's not just a menial job. It's like I'm working to achieve a goal that I can see. And so in this, it's going to, and having that relationship with God and having a relationship with others is going to take work. It's not going to be organic. It's not going to be easy. But my hope is that after today, I can help you with some things so it's not hard. It's not where we're adding another thing to our plate. Sounds all right? Can we do some of that? Okay. That being said, how do we actually start having relationships? You can leave it on that Philippians. Having relationships and intentional discipleship relationships, which is what God has asked us to do. Everything he's asked us to do, again, relationship with him, relationship with others. So then we're supposed to have these discipleship relationships. How do we do this without adding things onto our plate? Here's how you do. Here's how I would say you would do this. You would start by doing, what do you do on a daily basis? Anyone go to the grocery store? Right? How many of you go to the grocery store each week? Right? Raise your hand, or sometime, right? Wait, here's one. How many of you go to Costco? Anyone go to Costco? Yeah, see, how does more people raise their hand for Costco than the grocery store? Costco, Sam's Club. All right, how many of you go to Costco, Sam's Club? Now, who wouldn't want to? James, we can go to Costco together.
Sure we can. Let's go.
We can do things together. So if I'm going to Costco and I know James wants to go to Costco, I can call James up and say, let's go. People call me up all the time. They go, Chris, I know you got a Costco card. Right? I go, I do. They're like, I need to go to Costco. Can I borrow it? No, I'll go with you though. You know why? Because I need to go to Costco too. And if I need to go to Costco too and they need to go, then we can go together. And I don't have to have a meeting with them in my office or somewhere in a coffee shop, because that's what we think the meetings have to be. And you're like, oh, I got to have a meet. I got to have intentional relationships with someone, but I don't. What do? I'm going to go to Starbucks, and now I got to buy them a drink. And I didn't get a gift card when Chris gave them out last time because I didn't memorize that scripture, or he gave me that hug card, and I didn't get a. Now I got to do all this stuff, man. And no. We can go to Costco together. We can do some things that, hey, I'm going here. Why don't you come with me? You know? Things that we do regular in everyday life. I cook. I like to cook. Right? I will tell people, they'll say, hey man, what are you doing? I'm getting ready to cook something. Do you want to learn how? Do you want to learn how? Yeah. And guess what? We start cooking together. And then as we cook, I get a chance to talk to them about, because I'm using this time. Now I have this time. It doesn't have to be a time in my office or a time where I'm sitting here in a church, but there's this time that I'm intentionally thinking, here's how now I can build into you. We can relationship. We can start working on different things just by cooking. Man, I've cooked with many of you in here. I've cooked with you, and we sat down and we've cooked and we've gone through, and I didn't have to have another meeting where I sit with you for an hour and then I got to cook. Now I have two things to do. I know I need the relationship. I know we need to have it. I know we need to build into it. I just have to, and if we're going to do life together, then I have to invite you into everyday life. Right? Two of my some of my favorite people, the Saguses, Rock, Joy, Cassidy, Lauren, they're like close family to me now. How we got together to have this family bond is that Autumn, my daughter, was on a team, a volleyball team. Their daughter was on a different volleyball team. Right? Joy and Josie got together and said they should be on the same volleyball team. They got together, was on the same volleyball team. Now when they're practicing, we're there together. When they go to games, we're there together. When we traveled together. We ate together. We hung out together. All that stuff we did together. We have kids who are playing baseball, who are playing basketball, who are playing football, who are playing, and we all know it. Man, get those kids on the same team and let's do some discipleship together. Amen. You know? We have to be intentional. We know the relationships are there. We know we need to do it, but we're so tired. We're like, man, it got to be easier than this. Let's just do life and invite others in our life, invite others into that life too, that we do life together. There are so many things that we can do. I like to walk, and sometimes I like to walk by myself. But sometimes we're here and I see someone and they want to meet. I'm like, yeah, let's meet. Let's walk. Because I need to walk right now. So we're walking. They're like, we're really going to walk? Yeah, we're going to walk. And we go on a walk because I need to walk. I'm going to get it walking no matter what. Might as well do something now. Basketball. Hey, I'm going to play basketball. Hey, Ian, I'm going to want to play basketball. You want to come with me? Absolutely. Hey, Ian and I have some good talks just shooting the basketball, you know? Do you see it? Do you see what I'm saying? The Upshaws, Mike Upshaw, Kim Upshaw, my family, we got together because Josie and Kim worked in the same place. Two believers in Jesus Christ, fellowshipping together. All of a sudden, they're family because they're doing life together. Same thing, like I said, Josie's really good at that. She's probably one of the best disciplers I know. She's going shopping. She's like, I'm going shopping. You want to come with me? Because I'm going whether you're going or not. So guess what? Come with me. Then you're going shopping together. Do you know what I mean? Relationships, it has to be done. It takes some work. You have to be intentional, but it doesn't have to be something that you add on. It can be something that you're doing. What's some of the things that you do that you can invite other people and do with you? I'm asking you. This is a question. What are some of the things you do? Watching a football game. Man, watching a football game. I would love to come watch a football game, especially if Ohio State is playing, right? Somebody else said something. What else? Laundry. Hey, you know what? Hey, what are you doing right now? I'm not doing anything. I'm doing laundry. You want to come over? No, serious. I've invited guys over my house. They're like, hey, I said, what are you doing right now? Nothing. Oh, I really want to meet with you. Okay, you want to meet with me? Yes, I'm washing my dog. You want to meet with me? That's what I'm doing right now? Guess what? We're going to wash the dog together. Let's come on. You don't have to touch the dog if you don't want to. But what'd you say? I'm pushing it. I'm pushing. Yeah, you don't have to wash a dog. But hey, we can meet. I got to do some things. I can meet with you for an hour and then wash my dog for an hour, which I'm going to feel like is going to pack my day more. Or I can just say, why don't you come over and we can wash my dog and 1 hour is done. You know what I mean? Oh man, you do some manicure, some pedicure. I see some ladies with some great hairstyles around here, and they're watching YouTube getting those hairstyles. You can get together and watch some YouTube and work on hair together. Right? No, am I? Right? I see it. I see, even people sizing up, hey, they got hair like mine. Hey, what did you do? How'd you do that? Watch YouTube. Really? Okay, I'm going to watch YouTube. No, here's what you're going to do. I've watched YouTube. Why don't you come over and we're going to watch it together? Mm-hmm. And we'll work on it. See the intentionality in that. I see that you're tired. I see that there's a lot of stuff going on. But if we can just invite people along into our lives, that would be great. And it would work. The amazing thing, God is amazing. Like even if women hang out together, their menstrual cycles will coincide so they can have babies together. Right? And then we have babies together, and then they're all in different places, not raising those babies together. Come, we have a group of ladies that come and hang out at Mommy and Me. Right? Some of those ladies are bonding together. It took a while. At first, no one wanted to come because everyone wanted to be on their own. Because that's what we're taught. But that's not the way Jesus did discipleship. Jesus is like, I'm going to a wedding. Come with me. Hey, I'm going to go eat. Guys, come with me. Hey, I need to go see a friend. Come with me. That's how discipleship, how relationships were built, inviting people into their lives. Hey, I got to do this. Come with me. I see us really tired. And I see us really, like wanting things to be easier. But and the way that we see discipleship is just piling things on. More and more and more. But really, if we look at the way Jesus did relationships and discipleships, he just said, come with me. Come with me. During Thanksgiving, we had a young boy come in early to help set up and everything, and he was 7 years old. Yeah, he wanted to get involved. He was like, man, I want to help. I wanted this. I wanted, and he was kind of, I could see that he was looking to just help, to just get involved. But, what can a 7-year-old do, man? You're cooking, you're doing that stuff. But to get him involved, it may take a little bit more time. But even at 7, he's looking for some sort of discipleship, some sort of relationship. So we had to get that dude involved. Hey, come help carry furniture. You can do it. You're a young man. I believe in you. All those things we were saying to him, we believe in you. We know that you're strong. We know that you have this ability. And in doing that, He starts to grow. He starts to believe in himself as a young man. He starts to believe that he can he starts to be willing to put himself out there to do something that looks a little bit, dangerous in that way. Like, man, but I can handle this. And he felt that way. Took a little bit more time. Right? Took a little bit more time. But, man, just building into him is amazing. I think we're thinking about just getting stuff done, where God is like, I need you to get stuff done with one another. Have relationships. And believe it or not, he was carrying that side. He was carrying it. Now, if he started, he would say to me, I'm slipping, so I would grab more of it. But he was holding it, and I wanted him to, because I wanted him to believe in himself. All that's part of discipleship. Do you see what I mean? Do you understand? Like, all of you raised your hand, said, I'm tired. Man, all of you who raised your hand who said, man, I'm tired. Let's work in the way God has asked us to, but not just by piling things on, but by integrating our lives as he has asked. Love one another. Loving him, loving one another. Let's do that.
Lay down your hurt, lay down your heart, come as you are.